Here's how to stop SpaceX Starlink's price increase. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we're coming to the end of a little bit of Fireside. That smokiness of the lap song, guys, you know I love it. I love it. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a tech day. It is a Starlink day for the third day in a row. I know, guys. Anyone here that's for photo or video or any other tech besides Starlink? My deepest apologies. This story is so big and it's so important for this specific entity of tech, which is Starlink. I have to keep covering it because there is more and new information that I'm getting. And if I don't share it with you guys right away, it's not going to help any of us. So I'm putting this information out there so we can act on it immediately. Anyways, before I get into this, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks as of yet, go check them out. They are free. Go over to JCristina.com/books. Also, if you enjoyed this video, even in the least, please consider throwing it a thumbs up. That would be very helpful. And if you're not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please consider doing so, and then click this little button over here so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. And if you just want to say thank you for all of my hard work, there's a little thank you button down there. And if you don't want to click it, that's perfectly fine. Just simply become a member of the channel. I would love to have you. Also, if you want more Starlink content, I have a Starlink playlist. Click over here when you're done watching this video and you'll find about 120 other videos just on Starlink. Helpful tips, tricks, how-tos, all kinds of commentary, what to do, what not to do, what to buy, what not to buy. And as I always say, the why, not just the how, but the why behind all of it. Because the why is most important. So let's jump right into this. Now, by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how we can all stop this SpaceX Starlink price hike. Bear with me until we get to the end. I want to give you some good news before we get into the bad news and then maybe some more good news. Anyways, let's start out with something really good. Now, one of the guys, one of you out there, one of the members wrote in to me. His name is Bobby F. We'll just leave it at that. Bobby F. He writes in, and this is kind of positive. It started out negative, but it turned very positive. And the backstory is, I'm not going to go line by line. He sent over to me a DM with line by line of a conversation between him and SpaceX Starlink's customer support. And what had happened was his SpaceX Starlink unit stopped working. He had no more service. And through trial and error, with no help from them because they weren't responding, he was able to figure out what the problem was. And the problem was a bad cable. Now, you know, I've talked to you about bad cables in the past. This happens, especially when they overheat and there's a lot of problems, okay? So it ended up being a bad cable. Luckily, he was able to test the cable that he had by taking his cable from his RV setup and using it for his residential setup. And it worked. So after days of no response and Bobby continuously adding numerous additions to this trouble ticket, he writes back one last time. And this is what he writes. We now have Starlink operating again after swapping out the cable. I went through the attic and checked the cable in the house and could not find any damage to it. We need the longer cable that we purchased for the house replaced under warranty and a resolution to the complete lack of customer support response. As stated earlier, we depend on our internet for our work from home and can't have a provider that does not have customer support. Hear, hear, Bobby. We all know that customer support is mission critical to any business and SpaceX Starlink is lacking thereof. Hopefully they're going to get better. Anyways, he gets finally a response back and it says, "Hello, Bobby. Thank you for reaching out in regards to your Starlink." It says, "Hello, Bobby. Thank you for reaching out in regards to your Starlink. We are sorry for the delay in response. We have been experiencing high volume of support tickets. Therefore, we understand that you have been waiting a while. We sincerely apologize for the response time on this matter and can assure you we are diligently working to tend to our customers' needs the quickest we can." We looked at your account and didn't see any cable order. As a one-time courtesy, we will issue a 150-foot cable at no cost to you. We thank you for your patience with Starlink. Not bad. So after going back and forth and getting no response, and Bobby having to figure this out himself, customer service said, hey, you know what? This guy has went through a lot to figure this out. We don't have to do anything. Let's just send him over a 150-foot cable for free. That's the long cable, just so you know. There's a 75-foot and the 150. So they sent him out the cable for free. So all in all, this turned out well. But once again, you can see customer service is just abysmal as of right now. That's just the way it is. And I think that just has to do with the number of people that currently have SpaceX Starlink and the number of technical support or customer service representatives that they have currently working for Starlink. It is what it is. Now, there's one more comment that I want to highlight here before we get into the last comment that's going to tell us exactly how we can actually have SpaceX Starlink put a stop to that price increase. We'll get into that in just a moment. Jeremy D writes in and he says, I messaged Starlink in reference to the notification that my monthly fee is increasing to $120 per month. Mine too. I just got the email yesterday. I was like way behind you guys, right? For some reason, I just got it. Anyways, it continues. I am in the light blue area on the map, which is still accepting new customers. They told me that just because I'm in a light blue area does not mean that the area is not experiencing high usage. What? What? They specifically said that the highly populated areas are not the only areas experiencing increased demand, referencing, of course, to the dark blue areas. What the heck is that supposed to mean? We all believed that the light blue areas that are labeled available are the areas that have excess capacity. And most likely those prices are going to go down because they have excess capacity. And according to their email, the places that have limited capacity or the dark blue areas, they were going to see a price increase. So according to SpaceX Starlink customer service representative here, even if you are located in a light blue area where there is excess capacity, your bill may still go up. What the hell is that? So I have to thank Jeremy D for bringing this to our attention because we were all under the assumption that light blue means you're not going to be getting an increase or you're going to get a decrease. Dark blue means you're going to get an increase. And yeah, that is not the case according to what they're saying now. It kind of contradicts their letter to us, right? Anyways, Eric S writes in, and this is the mission critical importance of this video that I'm doing here. And this tells us or gives us a means of having SpaceX Starlink's price increase stopped. Now, you got to read between the lines a little bit here, guys, but just listen to what he received from SpaceX Starlink's customer service, okay? Listen to this. I opened up a ticket with Starlink about my frustration with the planned price increase. I live in eastern rural Nebraska, and I'm fairly close to the population density line that you showed in your last video. I asked if they can reconsider the boundary line for the decrease versus increase. They responded by telling me it has been forwarded to the feedback department and the ticket is closed. I reopened the ticket and asked why they didn't answer my question and closed my ticket. About 12 hours later, someone called me from Starlink and wanted to know why I reopened the ticket. Odd. Some back and forth happened with me asking for clarification and him trying to explain that the increase is more of a proposed increase similar to the data cap that was supposed to happen. He said that feedback is what pushed the data cap back, and feedback could also affect the implementation of the newest price increase. He advised me to wait to see if the increase happens, and if it does, reopen the ticket and request a reevaluation of my location. I hope this information helps. Eric, my friend, this information is amazing. And not only do I thank you, but everyone here thanks you. What this means, let me reiterate this. This is so important, where they say this: the increase is more of a proposed increase similar to the data cap that was supposed to happen. It is a proposed increase, is what one of the representatives were saying. Now, this is a representative that got on the phone and called. So this isn't just the representatives that you get that are behind the keyboard, right? Those keyboard warriors. This is someone that is on the phone. So those are the folks that I believe in much more, because they have not only a better understanding of what's going on internally, but I think that they're more versed, all right? If not, they wouldn't be allowed to make those direct phone conversations. Because remember, anytime you communicate with the public, those people that you have communicate with the public are your face, all right? The face of the company. And if those people don't know what they're doing, the face of the company ends up getting smeared. And we don't want that. So I believe this person. And by them stating that the increase is more of a proposed increase, similar to the data cap that was supposed to happen. This is so important, guys. Now, I am not going to tell you, all right, to go flood their system with requests, okay? I'm not going to do that, because that will negatively affect the people that actually have trouble tickets in because their SpaceX Starlink is currently not working. But what this does mean, if a good sampling of people do write in and express their concern in this price increase, doesn't matter if it's RV or residential or whatever, something might happen. And what that something might be is they might push this forward into the future, just like they did with the data cap. I told you guys before, when that data cap was supposed to be implemented back in November, then they pushed it to January and February, and then finally now they're saying, April. They're doing it because they're getting a lot of backlash from their customers. And they have to make an educated guess as to the number of customers that are stating that they are upset about it and they might leave, to the actual number of people that are actually upset about it and may leave. And then take that percentage and say, do we want to lose that number of people? Is this that important? And I do believe, when considering the data cap, they know that that data cap is really not necessary once they do get all of those version 2s up there and all of the system build out that they know is going to happen in 2023. They probably don't need to do that data cap. So I feel that they're going to keep pushing it forward as long as they keep getting backlash for it. And if I am right, the same thing will happen here. If they get enough backlash, they're going to have to walk this proposed price increase back also. Once again, I am not telling you guys what to do. I am only the messenger here. I'm telling you what other subscribers like yourself have told me through DMs, okay? Communications between SpaceX Starlink and them, all right? Use this information as you will. And as always, do your own due diligence. Don't believe me. Don't believe these people. Believe no one. Take everything with a grain of salt. Today, people don't do that. And that, I think, is the problem with society today. Everyone is like lemmings today, and they believe everything. They say, oh, go do this, and what happens is the people go do it. They're literally like the lemmings that climb up the mountain. They just keep walking off to their death. Don't do that. Do your own due diligence. I truly hope that this video has been helpful to you. If it has, consider throwing it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Also, subscribe to the channel. Click this little button over here. Anything that you could do is valuable. Also, if you can, help grow this channel by telling your friends, family, colleagues, Reddit, Facebook, wherever you frequent. Let's see if we can grow this channel out by the end of the year to over 100,000 subscribers. That would be awesome. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. One last thing, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.